Hello, darling. Okay. Like I said, trying to bang these out before a bunch of people get here. It's a beautiful day. I'm hoping the wind doesn't pick up and blow my tripod over, but we'll give it a shot. I'll pay attention to it. Not like it hasn't happened before. That being said, come into a comfortable seat. Maybe, if you're always sitting cross-legged, just to do something different. You can always sit knees and shins down to the earth, sit back, sit bones on heels if that's too much, you know. You can always put a blanket underneath you, or you can always just come into a cross-legged seat too. Hands come to the knees wherever you're at. Sometimes when I'm here, I like to pull up on either side of my thighs just to create some room and some space. So manual movement. Hand comes down to the knees, crown of the head lifts. You can close your eyes, come into your breath. Nice deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth. Again, big inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And exhale. Gratitude for the universe and the energy that is out there, that we are a collective part of, that is bigger than just us. The weaving of wisdom and knowledge and love. Give gratitude to this earth. She reminds us that we live in a space of abundance rather than a space of scarcity. We have everything that we need, and we ourselves are more than enough. We give gratitude to the indigenous peoples of these lands. Here in Minnesota, the Ojibwe, and up in Alaska, the Dene. For my folks back in Montana, depending on where you're at, in Billings, the Crow, the Cheyenne, the Salish, the Blackfeet, and also up in Missoula, the Pend Oreille. And did I see a crow? Yeah. And always reminding ourselves that land acknowledgement is just the first step in us doing the right thing and coming into right relationship. It was thought, word, and deed. So thinking about how we give back lands. There's a really great concept and understanding called real rent. I would encourage people to take a look at that. Give gratitude for this practice of yoga, as it reminds us that human beings are innately good, that we are both human and divine, right? That we are wise and kind and loving and honest. We have gratitude to our bodies and to ourselves, our own ancestors, and our own lineage. And if there's a person or persons, place or places that you'd like to dedicate your practice to today, you can take the time to do so now. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. If you're on your knees, go ahead and take your knees wide. Keep your sit bones back on your heels. If you're cross-legged, go ahead and come on or into a child's pose. Crawl your fingertips out in front of you. Reach. Elongate through the spine. Find where you might be out of alignment in hips, right? Femur bones, big ball and socket joints. Reach. Head can come down to the earth underneath you. Grip on to the earth. Find some length in the spine. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. Exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk your hands over to the right hand side of your mat. Your left hand can come on top of your right hand. Pull back through your left hip. Create some space and length in your rib cage on that left hand side. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, walk yourself through your center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Left hand on top of your right. You pull back through your hip. Lengthen through the rib cage. Come out of that hip a little bit. Turn your torso towards the top of your thigh. Head can rest right in between your biceps. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back to your center line. Crawl your fingertips out in front of you. Lengthen here. Pull up and in on the low belly. Exhale. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. Exhale. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly walk your hands back towards you. Bring your knees together to touch. Take your hands to the back part of your heels. Sit up nice and tall. Take your chin in towards your chest. Pull up and in on your low belly and roll the crown of your head down to the earth. Your forehead comes to meet your knees. You can come into rabbit pose here, pressing down through the tops of the feet and rolling your hips high. Roll back and down through your shoulders. Try not to create any pressure on your head. If your knees come away from your forehead, walk your knees up. But again, you're pulling up through the front top part of your shoulder blades, so you're not resting any weight on your head and your spine. Breathe into the back body. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly bring yourself back. Sit up nice and tall. Hands are going to come to your heels. So let's go ahead and rock forward first. Tuck your toes underneath you, and then your hands can come to your heels. And then you're going to press your hips high, coming into a camel pose. If you want to, right hand or left hand comes to the sky as your right hand stays down to your heel. Bring yourself down. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, down. Breathing into the belly. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, high. Exhale, down. Hands plant. Go ahead and pop your hips back and high into your first down dog. You can walk out a little bit if you need to. Head out through your heels. Your hands are nice and wide here. Press down through the big toe mound, the baby toe mound, and the heel, and spot right in between your 2 thumbs. Step, step. Feet come up to meet hands. Let yourself hang really heavy here in standing forward fold. Go ahead and take a hip width distance apart here. And then take your left hand outside of your right foot. Put a bend in that left knee and reach your right hand high to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Turn and reach. And then pivot through your center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Hand to the outside of your foot. Bend in that left or right knee, right hand high to the sky. Lift through that left hip. Left hand high to the sky, yeah. And then slowly bring yourself back. Let yourself hang heavy here. Keep your low belly engaged. Protect your low back and sacrum. Maybe you make some figure eights with your elbows. And maybe you take it one way, maybe you take it the other. Inhale, hands up the front part of the shins, flat back. Exhale, bring yourself down and over the tops of the thighs. Inhale, sweep yourself all the way up to stand. Arms come high to the sky. Exhale, hands move down to your heart line. Inhale, arms sweep high. Heel toe your feet together to touch. Your big toes can come together to touch, and then you're going to keep your heels split ever so slightly. You can always take your feet hip width distance apart too. Inhale. Interlock your fingers, maybe the opposite way you usually interlock. Pull up and out of the waistline. And then slowly pull yourself over towards your right hand side. Use the strength of the hands to lengthen on the side body. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, pull yourself back to center. Inhale up. Exhale, opposite side. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, pull yourself back to center line. Pull up and out of the waist. Look up into the butt of the palms and tip yourself back. but you're gonna send your hips forward, squeeze your glutes ever so slightly as you look up into the butt of the hands, full extension here. Breathe from the base of the belly all the way up to the base of the throat. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back to center line. Hands come down to your heart line. Set your intention here. Gaze into your fingertips. Right? What are you releasing? This backside of the full moon, creeping up into the new moon. What are you letting go of? Expectations, timelines, right? And then inhale, opening yourself to receive what it is that you would like for yourself in your life. Come down and over the tops of the thighs, big bend in the knees. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Let's do some sun C. We got a little bit of time. Hands come down, step, step back into your plank. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, fire up. Let's do a side plank here. Coming in, rocking to the left hand side. Right hand comes high. Press up through the hips and pull the fingertips towards the front of the room or your space. Big inhale here. Exhale, same thing on that opposite side. Turn and twist. Arm comes high. Maybe you reach and pull. Big inhale, lift the hips. Shoulder stacked over your wrist. Your thumb is still engaged in the posture. Big inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back to your center. Right knee, right elbow, left knee, left for 8, 7, 6. Engage the low belly for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Big inhale. Exhale, press yourself back. I said sun C, and then I realized totally did that wrong. Spot for the outside of your two pinkies, put a bend in your knee. Take your sit bones way back to your heels and then hop. Straight arms, knees wide. Balasana squat, hands come to your heart line. Lift up through your heart, press here. Nice deep inhale. And then press down through the soles of the feet, lift high. Exhale, squat low. Try to keep your knees so they're not going beyond your toes. Inhale high. Exhale low. We go for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Simon's smiling at me like I'm crazy. Big inhale. Hands plant. Hop your feet back ever so slightly. Lift your hips. Rock your knees onto your triceps as you lift your feet up and off the mat, coming into your crow. And if you want to, shoot your feet back, plank, lower and lift. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, roll over the toes. Send the hips back and high. Let's do that again. Spot for the outsides of your pinkies. Sit bones come back to the heel. Hop high. Balasana squat. Hands to your heart line. Hold here. This time, right hand extends. Your left hand comes high for the twist. If you want to come into a bind here, you have that option. Pull up and in on the low belly. You can always stay extended. Bring yourself through center. Same thing again. Fingertips reach. Opposite hand to the sky. And maybe you put yourself in the bind. Hand comes around. You lift through your heart. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back to center. High, low. We go for 4, for 3. Low belly stays engaged for 2, and for 1. Come down, hands plant. Lift yourself high. Take your knees to the backside of your triceps. Pull up in on your low belly, coming into your crow. And then maybe shoot your feet back. Big inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Breathe into the base of the belly and then roll over the toes. Hips come high. Spot in between your two thumbs. Actually, yeah, we will do this. Take your sit bones back to your heels, and this time hop your feet high. Let's try to come into 2 side crows. And then we'll call it a class. I anticipate doing crow today. It's all good. So side crow, I like take my hands offside, grounding down and lifting the hips, right? You make a shelf with your forearms again, and then you're gonna set your hip on top of your forearm and then right to the side of your knee on that opposite, right? So you're here, you kick out with your bottom leg and kick forward with your bottom leg, kick back with your top. And then bring yourself back to center. Same thing opposite side, okay? Hand plants. Find your footing with your hands first, right? Lift your hips. And then again, shelf. You're gonna catch the outside of that right hip with that right, with your right tricep. And then you're gonna lift and kick your bottom leg out. Forward, top leg kicks back. And then exhale. Bring yourself back. Nice deep inhale. Bring yourself high. Exhale, hands move down to heart line. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, fold and dive. Hands plant. Put a bend in your knees. And maybe you hop your legs back, but catch yourself with a bent elbow so you don't jack them up, right? So hop low and then inhale high. Take your knees to the ground and then take your sit bones back to the heels. Child's pose, big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, pull yourself up. Crawl your knees in. Rock over and onto your seat. Take your legs out in front of you. Bring yourself all the way down to your back. Interlock your fingers on the front part of your right shin. Left hand outside our right knee. Left hand extends, or right hand extends, and you take that right knee over to the left side. You can turn and look out past your right fingertips. Breathe into the belly here, exhale. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, move yourself back to your center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Interlock your fingers the opposite way, extend. Pull that knee in towards your armpit. Hand to the outside of the knee. Right hand extends. And then let that left hip rock over your right. Turn and look out past your left fingertips. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back to your center line. Pull your knees up and into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug here. And then extend soles of the feet high. Wrap your muscles around your bones. Find that extension in the front part of your quads. And then slowly, low belly engaged. Let the knees come all the way down. Or legs come all the way down to the end of the mat. Toes flop out to the side. Palms face up to the sky. Press and roll your shoulder blades underneath you. And breathe here. Nice deep inhale. I'm watching my aunt about to scare the shit out of my mom. Her family's hysterical. Alright. With that said, so
Get this girl to help you, for God's sake.
I'm doing a yoga video.
Get over and help your mother.
I'll go over there as soon as I'm done.
Oh, you're doing
I'm doing a video. You want to come say hi?
no.
Okay.
They say she needs to do this.
That's not true. Yoga's a judgment-free zone. Let's look through my attention first. So, all right. number, the day, the week, whenever you choose to do this. It's 23 today. Shamanic journey, purpose attunement, and vision quest. This radiant shamanic priestess rides the wind horse before the full moon, heralding a sacred time for you, one that can lead you into great personal healing and radical transformation. A literal and metaphorical journey awaits you, unearthing such profound wisdom. Your life may never be the same. If you wonder what your true purpose is, now is the time to open up and receive. The white feathers of the priestess's head dress are a symbol of spirit, a message about freedom from the mundane world. The pursuit of spiritual matters may be where your greatest purpose lies. And expression of your spirit's value and power may come in the form of shamanic practices like healing ceremony and psychic vision. Let yourself look first to the side of you, for it can reveal the core purpose from which all other intentions and activities grow. The antlers in the priestess's left hand is a symbol of higher connection, since a young deer regularly sheds its antlers, which is appropriate, seeing it was just the buck moon. The message here is to take the time to learn what old perceptions need to be shed for your own growth and higher purpose. Attune to the voice of your higher self and don't be afraid to let go, for the purpose of the new opportunities and expanded perceptions is clear. These new approaches will illuminate your passage in your vision quest. You deserve to devote yourself to your own soul's evolution. Meditate on your purpose and envision the inner and outer journeys that will bring you greater attunement. And once you prioritize this process, your purpose will be fulfilled in magical and even miraculous ways. Affirmation: I'm attuned to the shaman within. I devote myself to my own soul's journey. I am blessed. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Again, big inhale. And exhale. And when you're ready, slowly roll yourself to your right or left hand side. And then slowly press yourself up and into a simple seat. Hands can come to your heart, or they can rest down on your knees. The divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in you, dear Jane, and all folks who are tuning in, the collective me and all of us. I hope that these videos can show that, one, you can do yoga anywhere, amongst family, right, by yourself, when you have the opportunity to practice outside, do it, right? You're just that much closer to the earth. But I thank everybody for allowing me to help and guide you through your practice and for trusting me with your bodies, hearts, spirits.